Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin 2, part 39. In the last part, we continued seems like the everlasting Subterranean Complex. And in this part, we're going to finally finish it off. So yeah, let's just keep going. And we got the second rest sublevel here of the cave. So the next floor is the final floor. Now, I believe it was sublevel 4, we had white flowers on the rest sublevel, and this one we got purple flowers, and a few queen candy pot buds in case you're running low on Pikmin in general, just like red Pikmin, yellow Pikmin, blue Pikmin, if you did bring blue Pikmin. So yeah, that's kind of nice. I believe I said earlier in the cave I was going to use yellow Pikmin because it just makes more sense. Because I think I don't really need them now. So I guess we'll use... You know what? Let's use... We'll do 10 yellow Pikmin. Because I still need them for above ground stuff in the last area of the game. I definitely don't need red Pikmin. So we're gonna use 5 red Pikmin for the last flower. Because I'm just thinking numbers in my head. I do need a good amount of yellow Pikmin just for the above ground stuff in the last area. So trying to think ahead. If I could, I would bring blue Pikmin with me, but I would waste space for like other Pikmin. Like I could bring more like yellow Pikmin, I guess. I don't know. Okay. You know what's funny though is like there's no real hazards to this cave. I mean, there's a bit of poison in the beginning. There's not much fire. And electricity you only see once. So really, and there's a lot more bomb hazards than there are just regular hazards in this cave. Which I'm kind of shocked there wasn't. Oh my gosh. There weren't any there wasn't anything in this game that was related to like a bomb. I guess you could say kind of bomb hazard. So it would say at the beginning of the cave like, oh, there's gonna be bombs in here. But I would think it would make sense to do that, but I guess they decided not to do that. Okay, what the heck? I'm looking for sprays and I'm not getting any, which is kind of upsetting me, because I need them. Okay, let's see. Whoa. That was kind of close, it didn't go off the edge. Okay, I believe everybody's flowered. I highly recommend making sure everybody is flowered before you go onto the final floor, because you're gonna need it. And I believe I said in the last part, I thought of another reason why this cave is my favorite, because I couldn't think of all of it on top of my head, and there's the music, kind of the layouts, the theme of the cave, and probably the last reason is the final boss. My favorite boss of the game as well, so it would just be suiting for this to be my favorite cave. I think some people have like favorite bosses and then their favorite caves are completely separate. Mine are in the same cave, so let's delve deeper since everybody's nectared up and flowered up, whatever. And we got all the purple flowers, so let's just go and yeah. Sublevel 9, the longest cave so far in this game for a Subterranean Complex. Frontier Cavern was 8, and this one's 9. Final floor. Another unique floor, but we're actually going to see it again in the future. Which is kind of funny, that we're going to use a boss floor again in the future. But it's not for a boss, so it's kind of funny. But anyways, so the final floor here. Let's get purple Pikmin ready. $35. Not bad. And the rest of our Pikmin, we're gonna go hide. And I have a good spot. Behind here. Whoa, red Pikmin, come back here. A lot safer. I want them to hide kind of like there, but they're not doing that. Okay, it's the best I'm gonna get. So, the final boss of this cave is my favorite boss in the game. Just because it's so cool what his attacks are. You'll see that in a second. But for now, we're gonna get as much damage as we can on him. Like that. We took a big chunk, fourth of his health off. And now we're gonna run. Oh my gosh. If you can see in the distance. Oh, too late. It took forever to adjust the camera view. What am I saying? View. His attacks are really cool because he doesn't eat your Pikmin. He doesn't squish your Pikmin. He shoots lasers at your Pikmin. Which is really cool, but very dangerous. As you can see. Over here, buddy, over here. The problem with using the purple Pikmin in this fight is that they're kind of slow, and he can easily shoot them off with his lasers if he wanted to. So you've got to be careful in that. But overall, this shouldn't be too hard of a fight. Okay, let's run. And we just want to do this over and over again, because this is probably the best way to kill him. Okay, almost dead. Yes, he is. Awesome. So yeah, overall it's not hard, but it's also not too easy. It's a good challenge. And we get a light bulb as a reward. The last special helping treasure of the game. That mechanized monstrosity is no longer functional. An insect and machine forming a symbiotic relationship, life forms here are beyond odd. You're telling me. Initiating area scan. Glass sphere detected. So, you're probably thinking, what is a light bulb going to help us with? I mean, you know, it's probably not the most helpful, but it definitely is helpful. If that makes any sense. Only takes 5 Pikmin to lift, so if he somehow annihilated your whole army, well, and you have 5 left or so, you're good. So what could this possibly do? What does a light bulb do? I think it lights rooms up for you. Oh look, the screen got a little brighter. Huh, what do you know? 100 Pokos, stellar orb. I think it lit up the cave for us, did it not? If I combine this glass sphere with the synthetic sun I have been secretly developing... Behind our backs, are you? Processing complete. I have manufactured a solar system. So all 8 planets? That's kind of odd. The artificial sunlight it emanates will brighten underground areas. So yes, not super useful, but as you can tell, it definitely brightened up the floor. So I guess it depends on how well your brightness is for this game. If it isn't the best and it's really dark all the time, I would recommend coming to this cave as soon as possible. So you can use this to brighten up the whole cave for you, or for the rest of the caves in the game. But when you don't really need it, I would just kind of wait then. I mean, other than that, it's really up to you overall, but whatever. Cave complete. 16 out of 16 treasures, 1480 Pokos. So yeah. And this cave is like the first cave in the game, most sub-levels. It might even be the most treasure Pokos total. It might be. And the most treasures overall. So yeah. Overall, a good cave. Let's save the game. Okay. So now, the next I guessed, I guess the next thing on our to-do list is to farm Pikmin. And we have a little bit less than half a day to do it, so we better get started. We're gonna put back all our red Pikmin, which is only 36. Probably a good thing I didn't use all my yellow Pikmin, because I only have 57. Let's put back all our white Pikmin, which we now have a grand total of 75. And let's put back all our purple Pikmin, which we have a total of 80. That's kind of an odd number. I didn't really want... Well, it's not an odd number, it's an even number, but... Since you can only get up to 15 purple Pikmin in that cave, I'm gonna have to make another trip. If it all wasn't for that one... If I would have gotten that one purple flower in the Frontier Cavern on sub-level 4, I would only have to make one trip, but... Let's just bring 30 blue Pikmin. And let's go to the cave again. So, for the end of the game, I've been saying this since the beginning, we've needed 100 purple Pikmin. Or basically, I've said a lot. And you need 100 at least. So, this is how you do it. Because overall, once you visit all the caves at least once, before the time you need it, you're only gonna have at least 85 to 90 purple Pikmin, so you're gonna need to get more somehow. So this is probably the best way to farm them, is just to go here, even if you only have like 40, you just didn't collect a lot of them, you thought you didn't need them. This is the best strategy. Come to Valley of Repose and just go into the Subterranean Complex and bring the Pikmin you want to use for the flowers to turn them into purple Pikmin. And just turn them in, and then exit the cave, and then do it again if you need to. Which we're gonna have to. So, yeah. This is basically what you do, is just find the hole and just go down it, and continue to do that until you get at least 100 purple Pikmin. So, yeah. And once again, the Pikmin are in the gas. Okay, so since I'm going to be doing this for probably, it's going to take a few minutes to get through all these sub-levels, I'm going to just cut here and I'll meet you guys on sub-level 8. So we'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so now we're finally in sub-level 8. Now is when we get to start to farm the purple Pikmin. It took forever to get here, but it's worth it in the end because you can easily get all the purple Pikmin you need. So, let's see here. We need to find the purple flowers. Like, here's one. Here's another one. And there's the other one. So unless there's magically 4 on this sub-level instead of 3, I'm gonna have to make another trip down here. Which I don't like doing, but I'm gonna have to. Okay. What you can do is, if you bring in a little bit a few extra Pikmin, you can actually farm some other Pikmin that you might need. I'm gonna do 1 red and 1 yellow. Just in the fact I can use a little bit of each. Kind of nice to have a few extra Pikmin, you know, in case you were to need a lot for some reason. Okay. And it's an easy place to get them all nectared up, so you don't have to worry about leaves. So in the end, we're gonna actually leave this cave with, we're gonna actually have more Pikmin than we entered. So it's kind of like a way of underground growing of Pikmin. Yeah, kind of cool. I did not get any white Pikmin on sub-level 4, so I don't really need them. I have 75, so back at the ship. So I figured you don't really need a bunch of white Pikmin in this game, anyways. I mean, just for the fact that it's kind of cool to have a lot, I guess. But you really don't need them. I mean, 50 is probably a good amount to have, so okay, there's only one more nectar thing. That's kind kind of annoying because I have leaved purples. Okay, let's see if I can get them all. Oh, I did. That's cool. Okay, so once you get all the Pikmin you want flowered or turned into purple Pikmin or grown Pikmin even. So basically, you don't have to go to the final floor and go out that geyser. You can just go to the one here. So, very convenient. Although, it's kind of inconvenient. It takes 7 sublevels to get here. But, what are you going to do? So yeah, this is basically what you do if you need more purple Pikmin or white Pikmin for some reason. So you just exit the cave and you're golden. You got the Pikmin and stuff, so cool. It's a little boring because, you know, you have to kind of take time to go through all that just to gain like 10 to 15 purple Pikmin, but it's worth it in the end. So, since I only have 95 purple Pikmin, if I just would have had that one purple flower in the Frontier Cavern, I would not have to go through this again. But, since I need a few more, I'm going to have to go back one more time. So, I might even grow a few more white Pikmin, just in the fact that I might as well. So, I guess I'll bring a few more blue Pikmin. So we'll bring like 45. 2 leaves, but it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this day. I guess I'll cut back when it's towards the end of the day. I mean, there's nothing much else there is to it. There's no point of showing me going back through the cave again. So, yeah. I guess I will... Okay, this annoying stupid leaved Pikmin. I guess once I get to the cave I'll cut. But for now, after this, it's gonna be the end of the day, and we're gonna maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't say I don't think there might be a few more pellets back there at the base camp, but it's not really worth it to grow any more red, yellow, or blue Pikmin because I already have the good amount I need. But okay, so from here on out, I'm gonna cut until the end of the day. So see you guys in a second. Okay, so now that I've gotten over 100 purple Pikmin, and I decided to get a few more white Pikmin, I guess now, all of a sudden, I don't know why. And I got a few more yellow and red Pikmin. Now it's the end of the day, so there's nothing much else to do, because Valley of Repose is closed. As in, we're done. We got all the treasures above ground and underground. So yeah, it's a nice accomplishment, really, to know that we've gotten 3 out of 4 areas done. In the last area, really there's not a whole lot of work to do above ground. It's mainly underground, because the caves take longer. So, yeah. We're in for the worst. We're prepared. We got the numbers of Pikmin. We got 85 white Pikmin. And now we got 110 purple Pikmin, which is really hard to believe. We actually have more purple Pikmin than anything, which is kind of funny. 54 red Pikmin. 75 yellow Pikmin. And 81 blue Pikmin, so... yeah, we're not doing too bad. Alright, so... let's just call it the day. Whoa. What the heck? Okay, that's weird. I feel like it wouldn't be complete if we didn't have a good Pikmin army, you know? Just get a good amount of Pikmin out, I guess. I don't know. Just for the heck of it. Because I feel like it, you know. So now we got a good amount of Pikmin out. Let's just... whoa. Let's just call the day here. Let's go to sunset and end this day. Because we get the special music. So yeah, that's it for Valley of Repose. It's done. We've completed it. We got all the caves done. We got all the above ground treasures. We are prepared with the amount of Pikmin we have, so let's just start our adventure to the final area of the game. It's exciting, but sad to know that we're starting to get towards the end of the game. Like, really close. We're starting to get really close to meeting our goal of collecting all the treasures, but still that question looms, where the heck Louie is, but for now, until we find him, we just gotta keep collecting these treasures, you know, because that's what we're supposed to do. So a total of 1,690 Pokos today, which is definitely not a bad amount. We went down on red Pikmin, and we went up in yellow Pikmin, we went down in blue Pikmin by a large chunk, because we used them for growing. Up 30 white Pikmin, and up, is that really, seriously, 55 blue Pikmin? Wow, that's a lot. 55, no, more like 40. 40? Yeah, I'm thinking 40. No, maybe it is 55. I don't know, mental math is failing me right now, even though I'm good at math. So let's read our mail for today. Louie, we suddenly stopped hearing from you. Everything okay? If things get tough, you can always come home. I'll stock up on those Pikmin carrots you love. Well, I don't really think he can get home, because A, he doesn't really have a way home. B, we can't even find him, so for now, I don't think he's coming home. So let's go look at our Piccolopedia. Got the Gatling Groink, which is probably one of the worst enemies in the game. I will say though, it's a very creative enemy. Still, we need to kill this guy, the Caustic Dweevil. I did find out that that was the correct name in like the Frontier Cavern. We didn't kill him, so that's kind of annoying. We're gonna have to do that. Foxtail. Even though I had no idea we didn't see that yet. I don't really pay attention to those, like the plants. And the man at legs. So we got 3 more big bosses left to fight. Now let's look at our treasures. We got, oh my, the Hyper Technology series. Everyone loves a new gadget. And we got the Industrial Set. Heavy duty tools for a take no prisoners world. And here we go with the Explorer's Friend series. Everyone has friends. Except for spaceships. Oh. Forever alone. Okay, so let's go through the treasures, I guess. So yeah, that's one of the things about Subterranean Complex is we actually get to complete, like, 2 big categories. The tools. I call them, like, tools, industrial stuff, so let's go through them. Temporal Mechanism. Mystical Disc. Vacuum Processor. Indomitable CPU. Network Mainbrain. Space Wave Receiver. Nauvoo Table. Omega Flywheel. Spirit Flogger. Super Strong Stabilizer. Repair Juggernaut. Adamantine Girdle. Exhausted Super Stick. Furious Adhesive. Pink Menace. Oops. Coiled Launcher. The oddly 300 Poco value worth Thirst Activator, which is just a lid. And the Stellar Orb. So, we still haven't found anything for this category. Still haven't completed the fruits and stuff, and a lot of other categories, but we still got a little bit of a ways to go, so. Anyways, I don't know if this part's going to be super long or not, because I haven't obviously edited this yet while I'm recording it, but if this is 20 minutes, that's a little bit longer than usual. It still might be 15, I don't know, but it might be a little bit longer than usual or whatever, but yeah. So far we've got the Valley Compose done, Awakening Wood done, and the Perplexing Pool done. So now all that's left is the Wistful Wild. The last area of the game. 5 above ground treasures, 3 caves. We'll find out what the Wisp of Wild holds for us next time. I'll see you guys then.